guys, how's everybody doing today? I won't be here for very long, and I'll just say hi. Mr. Buffalo, how are you doing today?
I'm super. How are you doing?
Doing very well. Yeah, Donna's a bit stingy about caps, so I'll watch it there. Hey, mistress. Doing pretty well. I won't be here the whole time, but I thought I'd pop in. Awesome. Cool. Let me make sure I'm not doing this. It's actually just live. Oh, alrighty. Oopsie. Alright, I will head out because I guess we're live on YouTube, so I will see you guys later. Have fun.
Okay, we are live. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody on the YouTube chat, and hi, everybody who is over on, here on the stage with us on the Discord. Once again, my moderators on YouTube are posting the link if you guys would like to head over to the Discord. But if you want to stay on to the YouTube live stream, that is totally okay with us as well. We're not going to open the stage until later on. And basically what that means, this is the first podcast you've ever attended, we're going to open up the stage so you guys can talk about the episodes, because it's not just a Artemis podcast. This is the Subject 4 podcast. I do want to make a quick disclaimer before I introduce our guest that is up here on stage with me. I want to make a disclaimer that this is, we do raise the curtain here. This is we're not afraid to look behind the scenes. So if you are not, if behind the scenes is not your cup of tea, then we have no hard feelings. There are plenty of other platforms out there who just stick strictly to the episodes. But we do raise the curtain. We will talk about some of the behind the scenes stuff, because we take the behind the scenes material with a grain of salt. Because we don't trust Matthias. We know that he's probably hiding red herrings in behind the scenes. And the reason for this is because I've seen red herrings even in our evidence files. So we are, to help us build a better theory, we're going to also go through the BTS as well. If you are also new to our podcast, welcome everyone. We also do have a couple more social medias. We have Instagram, we have Twitter, we even have a TikTok, we have a Discord, but we also have a Twitch, which we are going to be starting next week. We are going to be starting watching the BTS, the free tier BTS videos that Matthias and his team produces. That again will start next week. We will start live streaming on Twitch at those times. It will either be myself or one of my editors, either Nate or Nugs, who will go through those episodes. Because once again, I also have an IRL job, so sometimes I might not be able to be here all the time through Monday through Friday, like I am on Wednesdays. But anyway, I would like to introduce our lovely guest. This is our wonderful squatter. We all love them. Him. He did our artwork. He's amazing. And so, yeah, hi, squatter.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I am super.
Yeah.
I am super.
Super, super duper duper. I have a question though. I always ask this every time I have someone who hosts with me. When did you become a fan?
Fan of what?
Fan of Matthias and 863 and Spellbound.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Dogman. So first off, I started watching a couple years ago. Can't remember exactly when, but I found the exact channel and I fell in love with it. Just loved all the wisdom he had to offer there. Then from there, I found the Dope or Nope and all the other content, basically. And then, obviously, when 863 started, it was like, I knew it was something special. So, yeah. But yeah, mostly, I came for exec and I stayed for 863.
I came for exec and stayed for... I've never known anyone who came on the exec channel.
Well, now you do.
Oh, you're a weirdo. No, I'm just kidding. I love the exec channel. Miss it. I miss that content. I do believe that some of the behind the the behind the scenes episodes that we're getting for the free tier of Spellbound. It feels very exec channel to me. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it really does. So I have to give a shout out about your poster making, because
No, you
your
don't.
posters, yes, I do. I bought 2 of them last week, and they're supposed to come in on the 10th, and I'm like, so I'm gonna go get my frames, and I'm still looking around my office trying to
Oh,
find a place to put them.
the tracking actually works.
The what?
Tracking
Oh,
actually works. I
yeah,
didn't know that actually worked.
yeah, it does. Yeah,
Sweet.
you didn't? Oh, I could have told you that because
No,
a bunch of people were like, uh,
I got it set up, but like people were telling me that it wasn't working, and yeah,
well, it's working for me. I don't know. I know it was working for a
sweet.
couple other of your customers.
Yeah, well,
S- Speaking
now
of
I know.
customers, do you want to tell them your high profile customer, or should I?
I guess you could. Aman bought some.
Amon bought some. I bought some. I know Pastel Panda Bears. Pastel Bears, if she's here, she bought the mug from you, I think. But Matt himself bought 4 of them, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he bought like 4 of them, and I was like, oh, I have to get me some now. No, I'm just kidding. You were always on the list of things that I had to buy as soon as I got paid, like spending money. You and Zoe. So, and if you guys don't know what we're talking about, I will post it in the chat. His website is also, if you are on YouTube, if you go into the description, you scroll all the way down to the credits, you'll see where where Squatting Buffalo is credited for his amazing artwork that he did for our channel, commission free, by the way. He's an amazing person. I also have the link there on YouTube, but for our Discord here, I'll go ahead and pull that up. I had that ready, but then I lost it. So do you have any? Oh, you do have more projects that you're involved with. Can you tell us a little bit about those projects?
Well, yeah, I guess. So I am also a moderator of the subreddits and Spellbound Plus and the Discords.
Mm-hmm.
Cord, not plural there. Yeah. And then also I help out with Syntech University.
Okay, so we did have Amon on. He was in our 2nd episode of season 2. But to refresh everyone's memory, what is Syntech University?
Basically, it's an extension of 863, basically made by members, including myself and several other moderators. We started right around April 1st with that. And, well, we started planning before that, but it launched April 1st. And, I mean, I don't know I can't remember fully what Aman had said about it. Other than...
He said that the launch date was April Fool's. And
right.
well, they said that the launch date was April Fool's, and they went into detail about how it was like an amazing date to produce that.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
But you do know, that it was a complete accident, right? That it just happened to fall on April Fool's.
Oh yeah. Well, it was a coincidence that we were planning around that time, and then when that date hit, we're like, okay, this is the perfect time to introduce the story, because it's starting with a hack of the website. It'd be easy to blame this hack on the Reddit moderators.
Yeah.
So in the story, Reddit moderators hacked the website and pursued from there.
Mm-hmm. So,
For
how many
anyone
people?
Yeah. No, go on. What?
They're still saying that you're kind of low on YouTube. Just
On
you
YouTube?
sound fine. You sound fine for me. I don't know. I
Okay.
might have to. Yeah, everyone's saying it sounds good on Discord. I might be a little low. I'll just turn myself down a little bit. So on YouTube, they'll just have to turn us up. Anyway, so Syntech University, somebody brand new walks into this room, has no idea about Syntech University. What would you say to them? What is this? What is Syntech University?
So, Syntech University is a university based in Santa Clarita, California. It is a government project that was, it was a project started with the government funds provided to Syntech. And I can't give away too much more information on what their purpose is. But there is a mystery involved there, and it completely revolves around you guys. Subject for it is interactive. Everything on the website can be interacted with. Phone numbers are working, emails are working, social media are working.
In fact, you tricked me with the phone number one yesterday.
Yep.
Yes, and I even left a message. I said that this is Artemis from the Subject 4 podcast, and I'm trying to get a hold of Nelson Cephas to interview him for our podcast. So that was fun. So anyway, while you talk, I'm actually going to turn you up a little bit on OBS. Okay. So you continue to talk about Syntech University.
Okay. So yes, I see a question in there about extended universe. Yes, it is 100% extended universe. Matt had opened the door for members to add to the story, to bring more to the table, to go alongside. And so we decided that this would be a perfect opportunity for us to expand our creativity, and we move forward with it, and we're having a lot of fun with it, and we think a lot of people are as well.
Are you still talking or no? Did you stop talking?
No, I stopped talking.
Why did you stop talking?
I didn't know what to say.
Okay. Well, I think because I didn't know much about the EU universe and Syntech University. When they were on here, they talked about EU and that it's basically people making their original characters to basically play around in Matthias's world of 863. Is that how you would describe it?
For the most part, yeah. It's interacting with the world, not interfering with the actual story being told on Project 863, but interacting with that world in general.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So basically anything is within limits, as long as you're not changing or using actual characters from the main story.
So for example, this is the example that pops up in my head. If you were to have Woods fall in love with your original character, that is now a fan fiction and not EU, right?
Correct.
Okay. So if you have your original character falling in love with another original character, that's within the EU. That is
That's
what
fine.
you're looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And the cool part about this, but the cool part of that is, if you have an extended universe project, anytime Matt starts thinking it's cool, it might open the possibility for him to mention it as well.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So, and it wouldn't, and as long as you're within those guidelines of, it's not really affecting his story, there's really not a opportunity, it wouldn't cause too much trouble.
Yeah. So, well, do you have any projects on that Syntech University? I know that you are. Do you have any
What do you
personal
mean?
like writing projects?
I am the web developer for it, so I create all the websites. I do the videos. I am a voice talent, and I do some writing.
Who's your voice talent? Are you
Uh,
allowed to say those or no?
well, Aman just kind of ruined it there. I was gonna keep that a secret, but
Amon. Sharing secrets.
It's Garrett. It's a new character.
Oh, that's cool. So if people head over to Syntech University in the EU and you hear Garrett, it is the amazing buffalo. Well, bison, buffalo, whatever. When are you going to use cow?
And that's coming next.
That's coming into squatting cow.
Cow patty.
The cow patty. Okay, so we'll go ahead and dive into our episode that we have to talk about. The episode that we're talking about today is episode season 2, episode 8. Ask my Discord to help me find my missing friends. And that title just sounds so sad, doesn't it, Squatter? Help me find my missing friends.
I knew it was going to be something emotional with this one. This was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Period. This episode.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and do the beats that we'll go through the episode together. So if you want to jump in and say anything about a beat, go ahead and interrupt me at any time. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so the episode starts with Matthias clarifying with Bailey that Woods and Sam went to location 3. And Matt tries to call Sam and Woods, and there's no answer from either of their phones. And he runs and checks in the vault in the evidence that they brought in, and he's looking for clues onto where location 3 might be and where they're headed. In those clues, he pulls out a petri dish, the other half of the periodic table that says nothing is strong enough on. Matt found the other half at his location in episode 6. He finds a patient list and Deb's handwriting. And then basically he gets a little frustrated with it and he just grabs the tape and he goes and looks for a VCR because he now knows that there's nothing in this evidence that has the address to location 3. So he's going to, it's on the tape that they found location 3's location basically on the tape. So he goes to Red Base and he asks Mike Badal, one of our favorite characters in this. He asks him if he has a VCR. Mike says no, so they go to their audio equipment area and just trying to look for a VCR. So when Mike is also trying to come up with other ideas, like he could run home and get a VCR, he could go to Goodwill, and Matt just keeps saying no, that will take too long. So Mike suggests, what about reaching to subject 4? And Matt mentions that he has made his Discord with subject 4 members on there. So he runs to the war room and he logs into Discord. And immediately, as soon as he sits down and he types, "Is anyone there?" he gets an immediate response of people that are there from Subject 4. He lets Subject 4 know he hasn't heard from Subjects 2 and 3. One member from Subject 4 asks if he checked the SUV tracker, and Matt says it's in the same location. So then the next suggestion is that he contacts Deb. So he opens syntech.net and runs the emulator, but Deb is starting to sound like she did on the Apple II when they connected the emulator to the Apple II in season 1, which frustrates Matt because Deb is not helpful in like the sense of urgency and emergency that he's in. He has to go through all these like prompts and questions, and our Siraxa from Subject 4 mentions that he needs to try to trigger her, and he uses the word Wes, and Deb says you have entered a keyword Wes, but she doesn't have any information on that or can't disclose any of that information because she doesn't know the whereabouts, but she's still talking robot form. So then a really brilliant person says keyword location 3, and that was yours truly, Artemis. Ha ha ha. And as soon as Matt types in the keywords location 3, the conversation changes. She immediately goes from robot speak to actually a conversation. Like exactly what Matt said. Am I talking to an answering machine? And then as soon as he mentions location 3's address, she comes back online. Matt then is encouraged by Subject 4 members to share with Deb exactly what has happened. That the team had split up. Matt is very emotional during this part, that he knows that when he told his team that they were going to split up, it was out of frustration and it was not the right thing to do. Deb makes it clear that she can see parallels between what she went through with herself, Nelson, and Cyphus, that they all three thought that they were doing good in their own way, and that caused separation between the three of them because they couldn't agree on it. So after basically begging Deb for the address, Deb finally gives it to him, but with a word of caution that there were traps that were laid out at location 3, that if she was to ever go to location 3, it would have kept her there. So Matt says he's prepared for these traps, but subjects 2 and 3 aren't. So now that he knows that he's going in with a trap, that it's a trap, he should be safer in all this. Before Matt logs off, Deb says one more piece of advice to Matt, and that is basically, don't forget to bring the antidote with you. That was another thing that was a key advice. She said that she purposely mislabeled it counter agent, and that the counter agent is actually the antidote, and she mislabeled it for a reason so that nobody would really know in Syntech's side that it was the antidote, that she had actually made an antidote. So she tells Matt, make sure you bring that for each of you. Matt says he will, and he takes off. And that's where we are left. Dun dun dun. So what do you have to say? Okay. So what do you have to say about all of this?
Well,
you were part of the SOS call, right?
I was.
Yes.
And the whole time, I just, while I was in the SOS call, it was really cool being on that end, by the way.
Yeah.
Just seeing how well Matt was portraying his anxiousness and anxiety over the situation was just so cool in that call with that SOS chat.
We
Um,
were frantic as well, trying to help him and
oh
trying
yeah,
to.
like I felt it, you know. I had to step back a few times to remind myself
That
no,
it's okay. Just
yeah,
breathe. You kept
exactly.
saying that too. You kept saying that in the SOS chat. You kept saying, "Remember to breathe."
I only said it once.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I
And
think
then
you said it twice. I'll have to go back and through. And if you are part of the 863 plus and you are a paid member on Spellbound, the Discord is open to you. I do know that they're having issues on that Discord right now because of their verification bot. Just because it's supposed to be a paid feature, and they want to keep it that way, so the people that are paying for it are actually on there. So if you're going through the verification process right now, please be patient. Don't spam the bot. The moderators, me and Squatting Buffalo, we are moderators on that Discord. I can tell you that we are working hard on bringing that bot back online. We do know we had a couple of corrupt URLs that went through. People who are not on the paid tier were trying to hack their way in. So right now, that just caused basically it to shut down for right now. So please be patient with them, right, Buffalo?
yes, that's not fun.
It's not. And I know that there's like this like bitterness, like, oh my gosh, like the normies can't get into the Discord and can't be part of the story. You are part of the story. I
100%
mean,
you are.
you still are. You still are making posts on Spellbound. You are still making posts on the Reddit. I know I saw a meme earlier this week of somebody saying, "Hey, the Reddit and the unpaid Spellbound theorizers need to get credit because they're doing it without an evidence list." But to that, I would have to say, are you really though? Because there's so many platforms. Like I know we are 863 on Twitch. They go through evidence files. I go through the evidence files. So in a way, you're kind